Hi, this is going to be an overview of your Module 1 feedback. So, in Module 1, you guys had a forum. Everybody did a great job on it. For those of you that did it on time, you had a homework worksheet. Did a good job on that. Most of you showed your work. Be careful with your numbers. When you have a fraction, you need to go ahead and figure out the decimal and round it to 3 sig digs, and make sure that you're including your units on all your answers. I've posted the homework solutions for you to look at, so make sure you do that. It's a Google Doc, so you want to go ahead and open it in Google Docs. And then your Lab 1, just a couple things about Lab 1 that I want to point out to you. So when we go in here to Lab 1, basically you needed to figure out the amplitude of it, which was really easy. Then you needed to use the timer and define the frequency. You were just going to take the 6 oscillations and divide it by the total time for them. And your units should be hertz. To find your angular frequency, this is covered in section 16.3 of your textbook. Angular frequency is equal to 2 times pi times f. So you just plug 2, hit times the pi button, and hit times whatever you got up for frequency. And the units should be in radians per second. And then also in section 16.3 of your book, you have the generic formulas given to you. X of t is equal to whatever your amplitude is times cosine of whatever the omega is times t. And v of t is equal to negative a times omega times cosine, sine of omega t. So you already had the numbers to plug in there. You just need to plug them in and multiply. And the units of the velocity would be centimeters per second. And the units of the position would be, amplitude would be centimeters. And radians per second for omega in both cases. Make sure that you're showing your calculations. Make sure you're rounding your numbers to 3 sig digs. And to verify that you're doing everything, you will want to make sure that you complete the module checklist. If you complete this and you submit it, you'll actually get extra credit on your exam. All of you completed the Getting to Know You form at the beginning of the semester, so you all already have half a point of extra credit. And if you did this by 9/7 at midnight, then you have another half a point. You can earn up to 4 points out of 50 on the test, so that means that you could possibly increase your score by 8 whole points on the final exam if you do all of these checklists. And all they are is just little lists to remind you of the little detail things that I'm looking for on the worksheet, on the forums, and in the labs. So make sure that you're doing these checklists as a way to kind of make sure you're hitting all the bases. And if you're waiting to the last minute to do your work, this is even more important because it's really easy to miss the little things that'll cost you points in your grades. When I graded the lab, I graded it in Pivot, so I wrote comments on it so you can see the comments in Pivot, but it transferred the grades into the grade book.